Good afternoon, y'all. Hey, good afternoon. How y'all guys doing today? Let me know in the comment section. So, I just heard something about Ice Cube, right? And he wants to buy 21 TV stations, and you have other cable companies that are trying to block him. Mind you, Ice Cube, has support from Will Smith, Serena Williams, Magic Johnson, and a whole bunch of other ones. Some of the black celebrities who their net worth combined is well over $1 billion. Okay, so if we have to come together to do what we have to do, we got to come together as a community and do what we have to do. We have to be willing to invest with each other and buy with each other and spend with each other so that our businesses can take off and do well. Because we have the power. We spend $1.4 trillion a year. $1.4 trillion a year. Imagine if this 1% of that went to a black-owned company. That's probably somewhere in the billions. 1%, whatever. Imagine if you took all that money and invested it into black-owned businesses. Do you know how many jobs we could create for our people? That would be a lot of jobs that we could create for our people. Think about it. The white unemployment rate is half of ours. The white unemployment rate is half of ours. I think theirs like 3% and ours is like 6%, whatever. We could close that gap like this if we would just work together and make rapid movements. Because it takes capital to invest in something. It takes capital for businesses to grow up. Could you imagine the influence if Ice Cube owned 21 companies, sports companies? Could you imagine the ads that he wants to run for other black-owned companies and help us get out there? Because that's really the biggest problem with us. A lot of us simply don't know where to find a black-owned company at. That's the thing. A lot of us are willing to support each other, but the problem is we don't know where to find each other. Take me, for example, on my way to Best Buy. Okay? I wish there was a black-owned company that sold what I need right now near me. I wish there was one here. And that's part of the problem is I could Google a black-owned company that searches for, I need a hard drive. I could Google one, and a whole bunch of white companies show up. A whole bunch. Do you know how much that could change if we come together and open our own shops, open our own stuff, and invest with each other, sell hard drives, sell computer parts, sell phones. Actually, there's a company that makes phones that I heard about it on Instagram. What else? Yeah, do you imagine how much that would be? Do you imagine the power it would be if Ice Cube owned 21 stations? Because Disney's selling it for $10 billion. And if they could come together and buy them and say, you know what, I got a whole bunch of black-owned entrepreneurs that want to start businesses or actually starting businesses, and they just need the exposure. A lot of folks watch sports. A lot of folks. A lot of white folks, a lot of black folks, Hispanics, whatever. Imagine how much product he could put out there and help us grow. If only we would come together. Because we can change this thing overnight. We could change it overnight. Imagine how we could change things politically if we owned those stations. Imagine how we could do that. together. Say, for example, you got the ADOS movement going on right now. A lot of black folks don't even know what that is. If Ice Cube owned 21 stations, you think that, you know what, ADOS would say, hey, Ice Cube, you know what, I'm going to pay you so much money, and you put out the word that we're fighting for reparations. How many black folks that would reach out to? That would put it out there. Even white folks would learn what it is. It would be shouted out there. The same way like mainstream media does everything and we find out, and Facebook, the same way these terrorists expose, these white supremacist terrorists do things and it goes all over the world and everyone hears about it, we could do the same thing for our companies. Do the literal same thing and let everyone hear about it. Oh, did you hear about this new black-owned company? It's called Shop Unlimited. And, he sells watches or phone cases or whatever. And he's starting his own company up. Oh, you know what? No, I didn't hear about that. Oh, yeah, man, I just saw it on this station over here. Owned by Ice Cube. Oh, really? It's a black-owned company? Oh, let me go support him. That's how much we could change. We could do a lot if you come together. Because even though I might have $1, but guess what? The next guy over there has $1. Right? So, we got to come together, folks. We have to unite. We have to come together because we know it's proven that whenever a black person tries to go into business, they got to jump through so many hoops from the gate just to be successful, because they don't want us to be successful. They don't want us to have power, and we have to fight back and go for power, because that's what changes things. There's no reason why we can't have a black-owned company worth billions of dollars. No reason. There's absolutely no reason why we can't have our own stuff, our own empire, our own media giant, our own CBS, our own MSNBC, our own stuff. There's no reason we can't come together and create our own political movements, our own political parties that'll push for what we want. No reason for that. But it's up to us to come together, because all the other groups come together but us. And it needs to change. We gotta master group economics. We gotta invest with each other. We gotta spend with each other. We gotta buy from each other, support each other. Even if it's a new company, give each other a chance. Let me come over, people. You must be willing to do it. Because if you notice, anytime a black person opens a restaurant, you always find white folks in there. So at some point or the day, when it's really successful, you'll find white folks in there, maybe some Hispanics and whatever, and we can do business. But it's up to us to come together and to fix our situation. There's no reason why the ghetto looks the way it is. No reason. There's no reason why, you have a company like Amazon, who's one of the biggest companies in the world, if not the biggest, okay? And a lot of black folks have an Amazon account and still Amazon, okay? There's no reason why we can't come together and create our own companies. Not to say you can't shop with Amazon, no. You know what, I do it too, but I have my own company. And until I get big enough one day, I want to have my own stuff, my own brand, my own everything. So you guys can follow me, right? It's called Stop and Shop Unlimited at 656 on Facebook, or it's Shop Unlimited, Shop and Stop Unlimited on Instagram. And once you go there, you can just go to the link, subscribe to my newsletter, and support me. The stuff that you see on the website right now is available for sale. You can purchase it at whatever you want. Subscribe to my newsletter. The pop-up will be right there when you go to the site, or it'll be at the bottom of the page. Put your email in there, and you'll get 30% off for your first 10 orders. All right, y'all have a nice one.